Today I'm going to interview Remi, the head, the sustainability manager, right?
We are Director of Quality Control and also in charge of sustainability operation at the Datai.
Okay. So I've got a few questions for you, but the first one is, what inspired you to start sustainability projects?
Well, this idea came a while ago. I was in charge of the quality control department, and I started to be passionate in sustainability. Seeing the landfill in Langkawi was a trigger for me when I realized that we needed to do something in Langkawi, where I saw this mountain of waste, which we call the Langkawi Kilim landfill, which is just a disaster. And when I arrived to Datai Langkawi 5 years ago, for the first year, we still had some single-use plastics. We still dispose everything to the landfill. So it was for me not only to focus on quality control, but also to have a close look on sustainability. That's where Arnaud, the director, the general manager, gave me the opportunity to become in charge of sustainability. That's what triggered me to look at that. Yeah.
What are the main sustainability activities?
All right. The ideas with the Datai pledge, the sustainable and conservation program, was really to focus on 4 areas. The first one was Fish for the Future, all about marine life, marine protection, marine conservation, coral reef rehabilitation. The second one was all about wildlife conservation, protection of endangered species, native to nurseries, and really protection of wildlife and flora and fauna. The third one was Youth for the Future, which is all about educational programs. And the fourth one, which I'm leading, is Pure for the Future, which is basically on how do we integrate sustainability within a day-to-day operation in a hotel. All right, so on this area, we decided to focus on 4 main pillars. The first pillar is waste management, zero waste to the landfill, no more waste to the landfill. All right, how can we become a zero waste hotel in not sending anything to the landfill? That's the first objective. The second objective was non-single-use plastic bottle in a property. That's where the bottling plant came up into place. So the third one was all about energy. All right, we're going to introduce soon some solar panels. We have already introduced some solar panels at the golf club on the buggies, and in a later stage we're going to include solar panels on this roof. All right, so waste, energy, water. All right, water with all water irrigation of the resort, as you've seen at the garden, water irrigation, and as I mentioned also earlier, on the bottling plant. So that's waste, water, energy, and the fourth point is local community. All right, corporate social responsibility, which is very, very important. How do we work with the local community? How do we work with the local artisan? How do we integrate them into our program? That's where we invite them to come on a 2 times monthly basis, when we invite them to come and to do some demonstration and workshop and meeting up with the guests and expose their art and craft and talent.
Now we're going to do a heart of the house tour with Remi.
Okay. Most welcome.
Let's go.
All right. Sorting center. Would you like to come in? All right. He's in charge of processing and separating all the dry waste inside this room. So, you want me to explain you how that works? So all the operational department in this hotel bring all the food waste and dry waste inside the pure center. So everything comes into plastic bag or tarpaulin bag. Okay, it comes like that, and then we put on this platform. We wait, very good. We wait, we benchmark, we record, and Mr. Arnold put it here, and then separate. So we have a bin for every single type of waste. Right? So here is dirty plastic. Okay. Here you have the can, here you have the face mask, here you have the cloth, here you have the plastic, here you have the clean plastic, here you have the dirty plastic, here you have the umbrella, here you have the battery, here you have the food, sometimes there is leftover food, candles, is for the shoes. Where basically we have a bin for every single thing in this hotel. So we have a waste stream of around 60 to 65 different type of waste. Okay?
Wow.
So whatever we do, whatever we process, we benchmark it, we weight it, and we put on the whiteboard. So this is the performances which are going to respond a little bit to your question on where do we stand, how do we progress on waste management. So you see, for the last 6 days, today we are 7, so the figure of 7 will come tomorrow. So only zero waste to the landfill. So zero waste to the landfill for the last 6 days. And the dry waste process, so meaning process meaning separated, segregated, and recycled and upcycled. Okay? So you have 475 kilos of waste, of dry waste, which has been processed. So you see, for the bottles, we are removing the sticker, the label, then we crush it. For the candle, we send it to the lab. For the soap, we send it to the lab. For the wood, we shipping it. We try to find a solution for every single type of waste. Right? Sometimes it's very complicated. Sanitary bags, baby diapers, dirty plastic. You know, you're not going to clean all plastic all the time. So what do? We send it to the usher. That's where the usher come in place. All the clinical waste, medical waste, you don't play with it. You know, especially in this time of pandemic. The gloves, you're not going to start shipping the gloves, crushing the gloves. No, it's too dangerous. Okay, we are in a pandemic situation. Well, now it will become pandemic. So we definitely have to separate and segregate all the type of waste as a result. And as I mentioned, whatever we can't do anything with it, we can't recycle, we send it to the usher. Alright? That's where we achieve zero waste to the landfill. For the last, to respond to your question in advance before the bottling plan, because I think that's good to talk about it now. Since we have received the usher on the 10th of December, we have achieved 49, well, with today is 50, we have achieved 50 days out of the landfill. So in 10th of December, we are in 7th of March. It's not too bad, but we still can do better. We still can achieve permanently zero waste to the landfill. Sometimes we have some issues with the usher, or, you know, we have too many waste, so we have to send to the landfill. But 50 days out of the landfill since the 10th of December, and I would not be able to do that without my team and Mr. Anwar, because they are very, very important in this difficult job.
Yeah.
You know? So we have always to give credit to the team, which are doing a fabulous job. Right?
So there are different plastic types which you have to recycle differently.
That's correct. Yeah, you have obviously many different types of plastic: LDP, PPE, PT, PP5, PP6, PS6. So what do? We separate all the plastic, different type of plastic inside the bin, and mainly, I would say we only focus on PET, which is basically the bottles, and we sell it back. We sell it to local community, local agent, who basically take the bottles and recycle it. So they give us money for that, and which is basically, I think they already send it downstairs, but yeah, usually that's the bid for the bottles.
Okay.
Right? We don't separate by type of plastic anymore, because we must be frank, even recyclable bottles are nearly never recycled. You know, you can separate, you can sell it, you have only 5% of it which are fully recycled. Oh. So at the end of the day, all the plastic that we don't want to do anything with it, now we take it, we seal it, you know, all those scrap, and we send it to the usher. The usher take care of it.
Oh.
Alright, welcome everyone to the Pure Center Food Waste. Here is where we are separating and processing all the food waste coming from the kitchens and coming from the guest room. So the process is very simple. All the food waste coming into those plastic bags, alright? And we basically take the plastic bag, record the weight of the food, okay? 4 kilo. We benchmark it. Okay. and then we put into this what we call dehydra food macerator. Before you start, I will explain a little bit the features of this macerator. So this, again, what we call a food compactor, which basically reduces the food waste by 80% in weight and 50% in volume. Okay? It will end up in a small brick macerated,
Like there?
and it will end up like this. So the water and the smell is basically removed. Okay? So if you approach a little bit, you're going to see the result of what has been processed a few minutes ago before putting this waste on the top of the macerator. Okay? So we are looking in an average of 60 to 70% occupancy. We're usually looking at 700 kilos of food waste which are produced inside the resort. Okay? Since obviously we macerated up to 80%, then usually we have around 100 kilos which are being processed on a daily basis. Okay, now Mr. Simon will do a demonstration on how do we process.
Now,